Okay.
You recording?
Yes.
Okay.
You ready?
I think you're too close to me.
I'm too close to you. Okay. Oh boy. Okay, so I just want to explain to everybody that oh, you know what the other thing is what I never know where to look. Like right now I'm looking at us, but I know I'm supposed to be looking like somewhere over here, so whatever. Am I?
Wait, here, see where on this side.
Yeah. Oh, it's just weird to me.
Okay. Just look at the camera.
Okay. So I put a post out on Instagram and Facebook asking people to ask me any question. It could be about anything personal or real estate related, anything really. What are you doing?
I'm trying to figure out which is my good side. I'm torn, but we're both pretty good.
This is the real Frank. So these were the questions that we got. This is the real deal. These are the questions that we got. And I just wanted to say, we are not going to stop the tape. We're just going to keep going.
Makeup.
And we have to agree that we're not going to get no fight afterwards.
I will totally agree with that.
Okay.
That means I can say anything I want to.
Wait a minute.
You shook on it. We're good.
All right. What's the first question that somebody said?
Okay, so the first question is...
how did you meet?
How did you meet?
All right.
So?
I think you should tell this story. You're a good storyteller.
Yeah. So how did we meet? Oh, wow. How much detail do I give? Yeah, hardly. How much detail do I give here? I mean, I started.
Our dog is barking.
Our dog's like, I hear you. Shh! Stop it.
Just keep going.
I'll come spray her.
Just keep going.
Okay. So we met. So you worked at Keller Williams' office for what, 14, 15 years?
Yeah, I think 14 years.
And I became the team leader in that office. And about a year in or so, we ended up, talking to each other and getting together.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I had a big old crush on you.
Okay.
You were super funny.
Well, I'm not going to argue with that.
You're super funny. So, and you always teased me and stuff.
I did not tease you.
Going back, I dated a guy that was on Kids Incorporated, and every time I'd walk by his office, he had the Kids Incorporated theme song ready to play every time I walked by his office.
Kids Incorporated.
I did not ask you to sing it, but it was really annoying but cute at the same time. So, okay, what's the next question?
Okay, the next question. What is it like living together and working together? You want to take that one?
Well, we both can. I actually think we do a pretty good job of balancing living and working together because I'm not always at the office, so there's big breaks when we're not together. And usually when we are at the office together, you're usually very busy and you're doing your thing and I'm doing my thing and that's it. And when you come home, I'm like so happy that you're home.
So we agreed not to fight after this, right?
Yes. Oh, Jesus. What are you going to say?
Well, there's sometimes like you just leave the office and you don't say anything to me.
Because you're busy.
Okay, but like at least say goodbye.
I don't know.
I mean, come on. I mean, you think that if you're leaving, you say, hey, I'll see you later. Like, especially like, I don't know, if we're going to lunch and then you like just disappear.
Okay, wait a minute. That's not what happened today. This is what happened today. Today we had a plan to go to lunch after the team meeting, and an agent came with a new agent, or somebody like that wasn't part of the office yet, and wanted to talk to Frank. And I said to you, are we still going to lunch? And you said, I don't know yet. I may need to meet with this person. I'll let you know. And I said, okay, let me know. So a few minutes later, he texted me and said, are you ready to go to lunch? Are you ready? And I said, yeah. So I assumed he wasn't meeting with this agent.
Yep.
I walk over to your office, and just as I'm walking up to his door, the agent walks over and says, Frank, my friend wants to meet with you. Can you meet with him? And this is what Frank did. He looks at me and he goes, sorry.
I did
That's
not
what he
do
did.
that.
Sorry.
I went like this. I said, I had 1 minute. I went like 1 minute. And then I took him into the office.
You never said the word 1 minute.
Okay.
When a guy goes like this, that doesn't mean 1 minute. That means, hold
I'm
on,
number one.
don't
I'm
talk.
number one.
That's what you
Is
think.
that so? Is that what I do? To
No,
get
you
not to
did
talk?
this and you did this and you. I don't even remember you doing that. I just
I
remember
did.
going sorry.
I did not.
And
do-
so I went to my office.
How was my face? How did that go? Sorry. I'm pretty sure I didn't do that.
That's exactly what you.
So okay. So
I got my stuff and left.
All right. So I'm gonna
And
help you out
literally,
here. No,
our
I'm gonna
office.
help.
Wait, I'm still talking.
But
Don't
I'm gonna help you
interrupt.
out.
Don't interrupt.
I want to help you.
I left Porter Ranch. He called me. I was already back in Santa Clarita, passing Valencia Boulevard.
So
Where are you?
So you know what? Let's go with
You
the
were in a
theory.
recruiting appointment.
Let's go with the false theory that I did all that. I went sorry. I did. Let's do that. Okay. So I go in there. And then you go back to your office, and I imagine you immediately make the decision that you're leaving. And so at that point, texting or knocking on the door and go, by the way, I'm leaving. Goodbye.
I would never interrupt while you were in a recruiting appointment.
You can always interrupt me, especially if you're leaving. And that way I can go, oh, wait, I'm going to be done in a minute, and we can still go to lunch. Instead of me sitting there all forlorn and disappointed on the phone because now I didn't even eat lunch. I had a brownie for lunch.
All right.
It's your fault.
All right. So for the most part, we get along really good, living together and working together.
It's not easy though.
No, of course not. It never is. It's a balancing act. Why do you think it's not easy?
Well, there's days I come home, I'm like super stressed out, or things have bothered me, and like you come back and like you didn't have the best day, and sometimes it's hard, and then we gotta pick up dog poop and everything, and it just makes it worse.
But that's every relationship. Every relationship has, well, maybe not the dog poop part, but the highs and the lows and having a tough day at work, and we're always there for each other.
Yeah. That's true.
Wow. Okay.
Moving on, next question. Did we answer that right? Did we answer that enough?
I don't think you answered it right, but yeah, we answered it.
I think we probably gave more information than anybody wanted. Nobody's probably watching this at this point. They're probably checked out.
Probably not.
We can work together. If you could change one thing about the other person, what would it be?
Okay. You go first, because then I know exactly which one I'm going to choose. So you go first.
Wow.
You go first.
Do you want to be honest?
Yeah.
100%?
Yeah.
Right.
Well, like, how below the belt are you going to go?
I can go below belt.
Okay.
But I'm going to be honest. But we're not fighting, right? After this.
Nope.
I would probably change. I would probably give you more confidence.
Oh, totally agree with that.
Yeah.
I totally agree with that.
Yeah.
I struggle with confidence
And
worrying about what other people think.
And I bet you a lot of people don't even know that.
Super, super in my head.
Yep.
24/7.
So that's the one thing I would change.
Okay. So I'm going to go with my easier selection. I wish that you would let me trim your eyebrows.
Oh.
Okay, let me tell you something, ladies. He is a pro at the Manscaped game. Every bit of this is A+ Manscaped, except his eyebrows. I tell him all the time, you have like Captain Kangaroo eyebrows. They like grow this way, and we fight every time I get out the little scissors to trim his eyebrows, and I don't get that.
You're jealous that my eyebrows are
Nope.
fierce and
No.
yours aren't.
No.
My fierce.
Like right now.
Or that movie we saw, Fierce?
Yeah. Let me just keep your hands to yourself. I'm not gonna hurt you. Right now, there is all of this, and like it's literally sticking up and out. And just a little snip
Why are
would
your
clean
hands
it
so
up.
cold?
That's all. I just wish you were a little more open to that.
Moving on. How many questions do you have here? If you say anything about Greta, what would it be? Is Tracy a moaner or a screamer?
Let's just pass over that
No.
one.
So I'm a little. First of all, I'm a little upset about the question because there needs to be more detail, like in reference to what? Roller coasters, scary movies. So on roller coaster, she's more of a screamer, and during scary movies, she's more of a moaner. Like when we watched Joker, you were like, "Oh That was more like a moan. And then like when something bad happened, you actually didn't turn away. You actually looked at it.
Mhm.
And I'm like, why are you watching it? You don't want to watch it. You're like, I can't look away. So I would say you're both. That would be my answer for that.
I like the way you interpreted that question.
You know, I'm a little upset they didn't ask. Am I a moaner or a screamer? and I think in all aspects, I would say both.
Moving on.
Each other's worst habit.
Okay.
So I think you have to tell me mine and I have to tell you yours.
Yes.
You go first. I went first last time. You go first now.
Okay.
Be kind.
I will.
Mm-hmm.
You tend to just leave your clothes everywhere. Like I told you the other day, there's contractors coming to the house, and his chonies were just left on the floor. Like why? And then when I fold laundry, I make your pile all folded nicely, and it takes usually days for you to put that stuff away. And so when you take off your clothes, you leave it on the floor, you leave it on the chair, and it just kind of piles up.
It does not.
Yeah,
that
it
is
really
not
does.
true.
It really does.
Not true.
I mean, I can live with it. I can deal with it. That's like
You don't
there's
have a
far
choice.
worse. There's far worse things, but that's definitely.
No, I don't agree. I don't agree at all.
Okay, so what's mine?
Sort of the same.
I don't leave clothes around.
Okay, that's true. You don't leave clothes. You leave one piece of clothes somewhere that is. Bras do not go on the door handle. Bras do not go on a door handle in the bathroom.
Oh my God.
And to be honest with you, I don't know where they do go, so I can't really say anything. Like, where do you put them?
I only put them on the door handle so they can air dry, and then
God.
once it's done air drying, then I put it in
Why
the closet.
do they need to air dry? How do you fold them? I don't know, but they just.
But you can't fold it up and put it away wet. It's gonna get like moldy.
Why
and
is
gross.
it wet?
Because I washed it.
Oh, okay.
Oh my God. Okay, move on.
Right?
I've
heard of boob sweat, and I didn't know if that was a thing.
Move on.
But yeah, so if we could just like not do that anymore, that would be amazing. Because that's
If you would pick up your clothes.
They're big.
The
boulder holders are big.
If you would put away your clothes.
I do. I put them away on the floor.
Miraculously, I think the bra would no longer.
Oh, so this is a get you back competition thing. Okay.
No,
it's
like
on.
you
on.
meet me in the middle and I'll meet you in the middle.
Yeah, we'll see. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, is this the last question? Oh, we're gonna end it on a nice one. That's nice. Best trait in each other.
I have a lot. I think I have a lot of things that I would list as your best traits.
Go. We have time.
You're extremely funny, very caring, extremely romantic. You are so driven. You are such a hard worker, and you care a lot about people. Sometimes you wear your heart on your sleeve. Sometimes that can be bad, but for the most part, it's really good.
Get hurt.
You do. You do.
Okay. So
You're welcome.
I think your best trait is something I didn't even think about until you mentioned it. I think it was Saturday. We went to lunch with your son, and I was upset at you, and you said something that I was just like, that's true, and I wished I could do that. You said something like, I think you're still mad at me. I recover faster than you.
Yeah.
And I wish I had that because I hold on to things. And you can move past things quicker, and I think that's a really good trait because I think that the quicker you can move past like bullshit and all that kind of stuff, it's like that's better for you. And holding on to it is just toxic, and I hold on to things a little bit too long. So,
thank you. Appreciate that. There's actually a bonus question, and it was asked 4 times.
There's nothing there. It says bonus question.
Right.
Colon. Is colon? Is that
the bonus
colon?
question on my Instagram is, when is the wedding? That's the bonus question. People want to know.
What wedding? What wedding are you talking about?
Okay. All right, that's our video. That's our video. I hope everyone enjoyed it. Thanks, babe.
How is this something? Is this not a porn? So when is this it? Are we gonna do this again? I mean, what can people expect?
I don't know. I guess if people want to know more stuff, ask more questions, I guess we could do it again.
So we're just in case. So if they don't ask any questions, we're not doing it again.
Maybe not.
Can
Unless you want to.
I'll come up with the questions.
We can do that.
All right.
Are we good?
I think we're good.
Okay, cool.
All right.